It's simple and it's a reality. Millions of Americans are carrying record levels of debt, credit card debt, mortgages, insurance, you name it, and debt just keeps going up. There's no way around it. So the question that we have is what can people do about it? Honestly, I mean, short of working harder and working more hours, there really isn't much that a lot of people can do about it to basically get control of their finances again, maybe get out of some debt. And Uber drivers and Lyft drivers are well aware of this because we see debt directly every single day. Car prices, insurance prices, fuel prices, it impacts us directly, and we see the results quickly every single day. So, this video is going to be a little bit different. I want to talk about debt. I want to talk about if you can use Uber or Lyft or any of these gig apps to help get yourself out of debt. Or is it just a trap that creates more debt? So stick around. We're going to talk about it and hopefully, hopefully people get some answers. All right, let's go. All right. So the reason I think this is happening is simple. Inflation has increased the cost of everything across the board. Okay. It's increased the cost of housing, it's increased the cost of food, insurance, you name it, utilities, it's all gone up and it's gone up drastically over the last several years. And I'm not going to talk about who to blame because I think everybody is to blame across the board, but it, it's one of those things you have to ask yourself, can you fix it? I don't know. I don't know what the fix is because everything just keeps going up. I mean, you have people screaming for increases for wages, which when wages go up, all these other things go up. And there's really no way to fight it in the way I see it. And at the end of the day, high interest rates, they just drive more debt. Okay. People who tend to use credit cards are the people who tend to scrape by. Okay. And sometimes I'm one of them too. So you use these credit cards to get by or to buy something that you need or want, usually something that you desperately need. And the interest rates are so high that you can't pay down that debt when you're paying 24, 29%, 21%. It makes it very, very difficult to get that debt under control. So because of that, you are, I think, seeing more people turn to driving Uber, working DoorDash, whatever their side hustle may be, you're seeing a lot more people turn to side hustles to try and get out of debt. And the question is can you really get out of debt working a side hustle? I mean, working a side hustle is expensive, especially driving Uber or Lyft, okay? Or doing DoorDash or whatever it may be. It's expensive. You're paying for fuel, you're paying for maintenance of your vehicle, you're constantly having to watch all these prices go up around you. And it's one of those things. Can you really get out of debt driving for Uber and Lyft? And it's not that easy of a question to answer. I think you can, but you have to be extremely, extremely um, careful when you do it. Okay. Number one, you have to come up with a plan, plain and simple. Sit down, write it out on a notebook, do something. I mean, I have a notebook that I write down so much stuff in constantly, um, simply because I forget stuff all the time. But yeah, it's one of those things you have to come up with a plan. So if you're going to try and use Uber or Lyft or any of these gig apps or a side hustle to get out of debt, come up with a plan. Okay. Say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to drive on these certain days. I'm going to work on these certain days. And my goal is to make X amount of money. And I'm going to put, if I make $100, I'm going to put the $25 back in my gas tank, whatever it may be. And the rest of it, I'm going to send towards this Visa bill or I'm going to send towards this electric bill, whatever it may be. And stick to it. Send it. Don't look at it and say, okay, I got an extra 100, extra 75, 100. I'm going to go out to the bar or I'm going to take my family out to eat. And look, I'm guilty of this too. Okay. This just happened to me a couple weeks ago. I spent pretty much all day driving on a Saturday, ran into my wife and daughter down in Annapolis. They jump in my car, okay, and they're like, "Hey, let's go get something to eat." What did we do? I made $250. We turned around and went to eat, and I spent $120 on food. So I'm guilty of it too. I make these same mistakes, and I hope that when I tell you about them, you say, okay, everybody makes these mistakes. I'm going to listen to them. I'm going to make my plan and hopefully stick to it. And hopefully, if you do that, yes, you can use any of these side hustles or gig apps or gig work to, I guess, shorten the amount of time that you're in debt. But part of that is also making sure that you can not use your credit cards anymore, or maybe refinancing that debt with a lower interest rate. I mean, I know rates are up right now, but sometimes it's worth looking for a different card or some sort of introductory rate at another credit card and transferring that balance, as long as you use that time to try and pay that debt down when it's at a lower interest rate. Because if you don't do that, what's going to happen is then when you do, when that introductory rate expires, your balance is going to skyrocket and it's going to happen very quickly. So if you are going to do that, come up with a plan. Really sit down and think about how you're going to do it, what you're going to do, and how you're going to approach this, and set a goal and stick to it. Okay. I know it's hard. I find myself in that situation all the time. I think a lot of people do, but it doesn't mean it's hopeless. You can do this. Another thing that I think people need to think about if they're going to use, a side hustle, whatever it may be, to try and get out of debt, working more hours and driving and doing whatever it is that you're working as a side hustle, doing it more doesn't always necessarily mean that you're going to make more money. Um, Pick your days very carefully. And I'll use Uber driving and Lyft as an example because I know it. Um, Work the weekends, work the evenings, even if it's just for a short amount of time, 2 or 3 hours, you might be able to squirrel away an extra 50, $60 a day if you do that. And let's be honest, if you can squirrel away $50 and do it 3 times a week, you're throwing $120 towards your bill. Okay. Because remember, you're going to back out your fuel. Um, and I assume that if you are doing this, you're really not concerned about the depreciation value of your vehicle. I think depreciation hits part-time drivers and people that are doing Uber and Lyft for a specific reason, like to pay down bills or to get out of debt quickly. It hits them a little bit harder than it does a full-time driver because we look at things differently between the two of us. But that's what I would do. If I was going to use Uber and Lyft to get out of debt to pay down some credit cards, I would be very, very specific on the days that I would work. I would work Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings. I'd work for 3 or 4 hours at max. I'd try and squirrel away about between $40 and $50 after fuel, and I would add that up at the end of the week, and I would send that to that credit card, or I would send that to that bill. Okay. If you follow that kind of plan, I think you're going to be successful. I think you're going to see in a very quick period of time that debt start to come down, and it's going to be noticeable, and it's going to make you feel fantastic, which is going to make you want to go out and do it more. Okay. But remember, just because you have a big amount of success on a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday doesn't mean you're going to have that same success on a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Okay. People generally go out on the weekends, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they go out to dinner, they go drinking, whatever it may be. They're going out socially, and there tends to be more people doing that. But also, I mean, if you really wanted to, if you started your regular job at 9 o'clock in the morning, you could set your alarm for 3:30, get up and be out there by 4:30, and drive a few hours and try and get some airport runs just as easily, and probably have close to the same results. But it's one of those things where you're kind of pick your days and pick your battles. All right, so let's think about this for a second. Okay. Let's say you've done this for 6 months. You've paid off the debt that you wanted to pay off, and you think to yourself, "Oh, I'm going to keep driving." That can be a good idea. I mean, it's a great way to build up a nest egg, to put some money in savings. And even if you do it for another 6 months, and let's say you've driven Uber and Lyft for a year now, you've paid off the debt that you had, and let's say you've saved, I don't know, $6,000, $5,000. That's a fantastic way to build that little nest egg that you can put aside and have as an emergency fund. Just don't touch it for anything silly. That's the thing. You want to put that 4, 5, 6 grand away, and you want to say, okay, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to put it into a savings account. Put it into Robinhood or Fidelity, wherever you want to put it, and just let it sit there and hopefully make a little bit more money for you as time goes on. The last thing you want to do is go out and say, okay, I got all this money, 3, 4, 5 grand. I'm going to go out and buy whatever it is, a dirt bike or, toys for my kids, or I'm going to blow it going to dinner or going out. Set that money aside and let it sit there and grow. Okay. That is a little backup plan that if something should happen in the future, you have that money there. Okay. You've used Uber or Lyft or whatever side hustle you're working to get yourself out of debt and put a little bit of money aside. And yes, this is possible to do. It takes a lot of dedication. Okay. Let's be honest. Going out and driving and working these side hustles after you've worked a regular 8 to 10 hour day, it's tiring. It wears on you. But if you just tell yourself, hey, look, I can do this for 6 months or I can do this for a year, whatever amount of time that you have sat down and calculated that you need to do it for, okay, you're at the end of that day, believe me, 6 months a year, it goes by quick. Okay, we all know that. That time goes by quick. So 6 months in a year and you're maybe debt free or you've cut your debt in half, whatever you've done, you're going to sit there and look at that and say, "Oh my gosh, this really wasn't that difficult. It was hard work. It took dedication, but it wasn't that difficult." So keep that in mind. If you really want to get out of debt, and you want to try and use a side hustle to do it, something like Uber or Lyft, it is possible. Just be very careful when you're doing it. Really take the time to look at what you need to do, set your goals, come up with a plan. I mean, if you want to, drop me a message. I'm glad to try and help people with advice. My advice isn't always 100%. Okay. I don't think anybody's is, but I'm happy to try and help. So, hopefully this encourages some of y'all. Hopefully it helps some people out. Maybe gives you a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. But yeah, it can be done. Just come up with that plan, stay dedicated, get out there and tell yourself you're not going to make this same mistake again. We all do it. You can fix it. Okay. You can fix it. All right. So this is going to wrap this video up. um, Drop a comment. I'm sure I'm going to get some people who completely disagree with me. I think I'm going to get a lot of people who do agree with me. But either way, drop a comment and I'll see everybody in the next video. Thanks for watching. And if you haven't, please subscribe.